Thank you very much, Esther Gideon, and welcome back to Straight Talk Africa, live from Washington. Once again, it's time to bring in my colleague and social media reporter, Mariama. Take it away again, Mariama.
Thanks, Shaka. It seems that peace talks between Burundi's government and opposition groups have been postponed with no word on when they may resume. A UN Security Council delegation is headed to Burundi with a message for the government and opposition to start serious dialogue and avert a catastrophe before it's too late. Well, this leads us to our question of the week, which asks, what step do you think need to be taken before the Burundian government and the opposition groups reach a peaceful agreement? Before we begin, let's thank all our everybody who's using all our social media platform to communicate to us. And just a reminder that we are tweeting live today. Just use the hashtag VOA Burundi Peace. And if you haven't yet, do follow us on Twitter. We're going to actually, since we're talking about Twitter, we're going to turn to our tweets and look at what they have to say on this topic. And we'll go to one from iBurundi, who has these recommendations for the government and everyone in Burundi, saying that stop killing by deploying peacekeepers, 2, arms embargo, and 3, sanctions against those hindering talks. We're going to look at another tweet, this time from Dion Zion, also who has a 3-step recommendation list, saying that Nkurunziza is the best president and Burundians' choice. 2nd, opposition betrayed the country. And 3rd, Burundians, we need to respect the Burundians' voice. We'll now turn to our Facebook followers and go to a posting from Mohamed Ahmed Mansour from Monrovia in Liberia, who writes, the people of Burundi should stop the violence and come together to reconcile their differences. More importantly, Burundians should cultivate a sense of compassion, resolve, and move forward to a peaceful dialogue. Well, Shaka and guests, we had some very strong arguments here. Your take.
Very interesting. Carine, you want to react to that?
I think I totally agree with the fact that it's the first step that is absolutely urgent is to bring in a protection force.
Why?
Because civilians are being killed, because civilians die. Because right now, the death toll, and that is, I think, the saddest thing for me, in mid-May, when the heads of state of the East African community were meeting, the death toll was less than 20 people. And we had 40,000 refugees. Today, we have 250,000 refugees, and a death toll amounting, according to local associations' reports, as of October, 1,000, more than 1,000 people died. And it speaks to the political behavior, the political intention that our political elite currently puts forward. And I think that's a very important issue we need to look at. And talking about the political behavior, the political intention, you're right. You said maybe this is a manifestation of a problem that's maybe bigger. Absolutely. You know that I'm a member of a women's movement. Mm-hmm. We call it a deficit of leadership, a very deep crisis in terms of our ethics, in terms of our morals, in terms of who we are as people. Burundi has been really the word that one would use, destroyed and raped violently.
But how come some of these issues, frankly, did not surface until after President Nkurunziza was re-elected for what you call a 3rd term?
That's not true. I think the political behavior, the problem we're seeing, started even before the 3rd term. The 3rd term was the climax of something that happened before. Let's bring back years of 2011, 2013, 2009, where you had, for instance, horrendous murders, which obviously cannot be really attributed to the so-called terrorist. For instance, the murder that has not even been investigated or elucidated so far of 3 Italian sisters, dear sister Olga, Bernadette and Lucia, who were killed in a very horrendous manner, similar to some of the murders we see today. That's very important to link.
It seems to me that we might really need another show. But for now, let's go to Facebook first, and then I'll come back to you, Willie.